all your friends. The party never ends. Knock 'em dead. Knock 'em dead. Comedy show. They suck.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. Thanks for joining us. You see the graphic above my head there. Please share this show, the link to this show on all your socials, and tell everybody you know about all the great shows here at Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. Joe Pontillo is on his way, I would hope. Brandon is here.
What's going on, everybody?
All right. Before we do anything, before I go any further with anything, which I'm not even sure if Brandon knows, I talked briefly the other day, last week. I think it was last Friday's show, that I'm very excited because we are in talks with someone who is possibly going to syndicate this show across like some local markets.
Canadian television.
That's fine.
Very exciting.
That's totally fine with me if it brings in some money and exposure.
Yeah.
So I did mention to you guys that I need to change the format a little bit of this show. So obviously I'll be editing this part out, but I will every 7 or 8 minutes have to say, all right, we'll be right back after this type stuff, and then around 11:30, I am actually going to thank the guys for coming in and say see you next time, and then I'll probably say for bonus content check us out on YouTube and Twitch, but we're not ending at 11:30. I'm just saying goodbye. This is all just to make it easier for me with editing because I'm bad at editing. So
I respect it. You got to make your workflow work for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, I'm not concerned with you guys. So so changing the format, every 7 minutes or so I'm going to say we'll be right back after this. We'll just stare at each other quick in awkward silence.
Not like
we'll do like they do in all the talk shows. Like they all whisper to each other as the audience is clapping.
Just start playing rock, paper, scissors.
That's a good idea.
I like that.
I like that too. So, okay. So, we got a lot going on this morning. We got some news about Jeff Posey, who just said good morning. DJ D-Love, call in later, like towards the end, like 12:15 or something.
Yeah, call in at 12:15.
Johnny Lambros, good morning. Oh, Johnny Lambros turns 30 today. Well, happy birthday to you, Johnny Lambros. Nice guy. And he wants you guys to celebrate with him May 13th at Farrell's Tavern in Ronkonkoma. Tickets are $20. All right. But don't forget May 13th. There's a lot going on at Governor's, too.
Oh, yeah.
Vincent James this weekend. Ismo. Mike Keegan. Joe Pontillo, who should be here any minute. Teresa DiGaetano. No. Johnny Watson. Tracy Locke. Terry McNeely. Billy Geyer. Joe Winchell. Tom McGuire. Tony Landolfi. Just some of the names you'll see on the Governor's stage this weekend. Go to govs.com. Make some reservations. And speaking of Governor's Comedy Clubs,
That's where we are.
The big news, that's right, we're here in Levittown. And Governor's in Levittown. That is the place. That is the place where you will see Jeff Posey tonight. The big news, Jeff announced it this morning on social media. Jeff Posey returns to the comedy stage right here in Governor's on the main stage.
Resurrected.
And what better place to be resurrected but on the main stage at Governor's in Levittown. So I was with Jeff last night. He said he's very nervous. He said he's been writing some new material. I'm happy for him. I'm excited for him. And I think I'm even going to get here to support. I'm excited to see him.
Right.
Congratulations,
Very
Jeff.
nice.
And then I saw Mike Keegan posted he's got a show coming up, another Mike Keegan and Friends show. And
Indeed.
Jeff's name was there. So Jeff is coming back full force, baby, as he should. Very proud of you, pal.
Taking spots, we like it.
Yep.
Now, Tony, I think you're deflecting.
I am deflecting.
Because I think we should start these episodes with this new feature, because then it gives us the rest of the episode to reflect.
Oh, all right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right.
So,
all right, I'm with you.
For those of you who have not been staying in on this Thursday world that we've been creating together, we're going to be exposing Tony to some foods he normally would not eat by himself.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll backtrack a little bit. Apparently I have a very weird weird eating habits. I'm very picky, very finicky. I basically just eat like meat and potatoes and vegetables and chocolate, and that. I mean, I like
So
pancakes.
I don't think it's that weird necessarily per se,
Yeah.
right? So,
And I
got a lot
only
of
drink
theories on
water.
this. I got a lot of theories on this.
All right.
Because like food and commercialized food and packaged food, factory made food, is so far removed from like food
Real
as
food?
you would eat as like a farmer, or like even going millions of years back as like a hunter gatherer. It's so different. It's so removed. You're not in the experience. Especially, I'm no vegan, but like to me, meat for the longest time was just stuff. I didn't like think of eating an animal while I was eating it. I'm just like, and then when I was confronted with that and like had to think about that, I was like, oh, this is like. So I think maybe that's not specifically what's going on with you, but it's that disconnect. So I think I kind of want to talk about the foods too as we're eating it. We'll demystify them to you.
Ooh.
You get what I'm saying?
So we're going to learn something.
Yes. So I thought a great place to start, especially knowing that Tony's not into cheese, which
I
is
hate
super rare,
cheese.
super rare. Especially in
pizza.
America, we eat the most cheese in the world.
Is that right?
That is right. I mean, I could be wrong. Like, look it up, bitches. But I'm pretty sure it's right. So I'm just gonna thumb through this really quick. I recently washed my hands.
I trust you.
Okay,
trust
thank you. I appreciate it. So just to make sure, because like fast food places, there we go. This deli did not fuck up. I went to my personal place I get egg sandwiches at for this. This is the most basic bacon, egg, and cheese you can get. There's a Kaiser roll.
I love Kaiser rolls.
Fantastic. We're starting off great. Scrambled egg I thought would be easiest, so you're not dealing with like
I don't
the
mind
yolk.
eggs.
Okay, that's great. 2 for 2.
Right.
Bacon.
Not a bacon fan.
Now, tell me, what's your experience with bacon? What's your story? How did bacon hurt you?
Bacon, it just I don't know, whenever I bite into it, I just taste grease.
So, might be poorly prepared bacon.
Could
'Cause
be.
To me, it's really the saltiness. And unless you're doing some specific stuff with thick cut bacon, like it's just thin and it's like almost like paper salt in a
Okay.
good way, and like meatiness. Umami, if you want to get fancy in the culinary world. Now, the last one I understand is our biggest hurdle,
Yes.
is American cheese.
It's all right, that's what's there, American cheese, but
Yep.
it's any cheese for me. I hate cheese. I won't
So-
eat pizza. I won't eat pasta. I hate cheese.
Right, you don't like the look of it. It looks like vomit.
Yeah.
It looks like to me it looks like wax. It doesn't look like food sometimes.
All right, so either way, it's not that we're
Not
not
appetizing.
Yeah.
So, cheese, Tony. I think cheese is the reason why a lot of us are here. Just to again give you the significance of cheese. Cheese is really a way to have the nutrition of milk without spoiling as fast as regular milk. So, if you look at it from like a humanity perspective, you owe it to our ancestors to eat this sandwich on air right now.
All right, well, yeah, I mean, when you put it that way, I mean, how do you turn it down?
I couldn't agree more. I'm gonna be probably eating half of this at least with you.
Oh, at
No,
least
this
half.
This is a bonding experience. So,
Because I have a feeling it's just one bite for me. That's
Okay.
that's what I'm guessing.
I
And
respect
I will
it.
be totally honest with you whenever we do this. I'll be totally honest with you if I like it or not.
So I think the important thing maybe to think about going into this with cheese is I kind of agree with your observations about cheese. It looks gross, doesn't look like food, and it's like weird and silly as a material.
Weird.
It
and
is.
silly.
It is. But the reason it's on like every sandwich, every burger, every option, when you have to go out, you have to say no cheese specifically because it's
yes.
so implied. I'm just dropping keys. It's fine.
Oh, is that what that was?
I laid keys.
You cut the cheese. Yeah, with
did,
keys.
indeed.
Yeah, cheese.
It adds a creaminess and it's almost like having a sauce, especially American cheese, which was designed specifically to be melted on burgers and sandwiches.
But I'm not. See, that's the thing too. I don't like sauce. I don't like ketchup. I don't put anything on my food.
No,
nothing.
we understand.
So-
but like just to explain the purpose behind it, like I couldn't justify to you why children put ketchup on food, and by children I mean all of you. I hate ketchup because I don't want this to be sweet, but I put cheese on it because that creaminess, that moisture, it's like having a juicy burger. If you have a dry burger, you need some kind of sauce. So I think it's best to do this while it's warm.
All right.
Please take any corner, any piece of that, take a bite, and let me know how you think. Because going into it again, just think how many people, especially on Long Island, wake up. I crave this in the morning. This is like food to the. This is my culture.
Yeah.
It would be a little bit better. See, you know how I would order this? I would also get a hash brown on it because I'm a fat piece of shit. Some sort of onion, either caramelized, raw, just any onion. Onion is one of the best foods ever.
Oh, okay.
We'll get into that a little bit later.
All right.
And I do hot sauce and mayo. But you're not a sauce guy, so we're starting you off super basic. I put a little bit of salt, pepper on that, or I asked for salt, pepper on that, because it's just kind of what you do.
All right.
And I believe in you. I think you're going to have a great time. I think you're going to join the rest of us and being like, oh, bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches are, you were born to eat this. That's how you got to think about it.
All right. Well, you're absolutely right about that.
Right.
So it is time. I'm gonna try the sandwich, but to keep the suspense going, we'll be back right after this.
Boo-doo-doo-doo.
All right. So now we're just pausing as we take our commercial break. I could play a video, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
Seriously says from to cut the cheese with the keys, that's my kind of joke. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Look how not excited you are to eat the sandwich. No, I'm not.
No, he's not.
All right.
This is going to be great. We should make a TikTok of just you trying food.
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
And we're back. Hi, everybody. So in case you missed it, it's...
We're torturing Tony.
Yes, it's time. It's Torture Tony Thursday. It is time. I have a very strange... appetite, a very strange eating habits. I do not like bacon. I hate anything with cheese on it. Brandon has brought in an egg and cheese and bacon sandwich that all Long Islanders love, except for me.
Yeah, virtually.
So this is the big moment. I'm going to. So should I just rip a piece off in case you want the rest?
No. Just
dig in.
I'll start with the other half.
See, already.
Fantastic. So yes, it looks gross.
It looks disgusting to me, which makes it hard to eat.
Right, absolutely. And I promise you, once this is gonna sound gay. Once it's in your mouth, it has nothing to do with looks. It has nothing to do with looks.
Well, right.
It's all about just turning it into
women.
Digestible whatever gunk.
How does Brandon's cheese taste in your mouth? Bosic's excited.
We don't know yet.
Trying new foods. New York Girl is watching. Hello, New York Girl. You don't like bacon. Were you raped by a pig? Did it come from the cow? They make the best. Did what come from the cow? The bacon? No.
No,
the
cheese. The cheese.
Oh, the cheese.
Yes, comes from milk.
Right, and then DJ D-Love says he loves bacon, and New York Girl says she likes her bacon, egg, and cheese with ketchup. Okay. All right, well, so here we go. This is I'm starting from this side, right here.
Yep.
Where it looks like there's a little bit more bacon on that side, and a little less cheese. So that's why I'm starting on that side. All right. Here we go. I don't know what you guys.
This is very exciting.
Very exciting, and I'm very nervous because I don't like this. All right, I got to move the mic.
Yeah, I don't want to get cheese on that mic.
Right. All right. Here we go.
This is beautiful. This is like seeing the moon landing, guys. One small bite for Tony. One giant munch for Deli Kind.
I hate it.
He hates it.
I hate it.
But like,
I hate it.
Okay, talk us through it. What do you hate about it? Flavor.
The melted cheese is living up to exactly what I described. It's too creamy. I don't like
too creamy. You don't like? Okay, that makes sense. You like it. You're used to dry.
The bacon feels like cardboard.
Don't read the chat.
Yeah, okay, I won't.
They're bastards.
Yeah, it's too creamy. The bacon is like too hard.
Okay, that can happen. Delis are not perfect,
and it just doesn't taste good to me. To the point where I'm having a hard time finishing this one bite.
Okay.
I'm weird. I'm not denying that I'm weird.
You're not weird, man. We're all different. We all have different tastes. But you know what inspired me to get you on this journey, Tony?
No, Brandon. What inspired you?
What inspired me was all of the reasons that you pointed out for not liking food, except with the bacon one, saying it was mostly grease. A lot of them didn't involve taste. So I figured that there's a chance that if we cross the line and we jump into uncharted territory, that you might find a new favorite.
Right, which is why I'm agreeing to do this.
I'm so happy you're on board to do this, and the spoils of episode where you don't like the food.
Next time, try sausage and egg and cheese with ketchup, says New York Girl.
Disgusting.
So in other words, it just has consistency. Yeah, I do think it's consistency that affects me more than anything.
Sure. Another word that I like to throw out there that it's a little fruity, Tony. Mouthfeel is huge.
What's huge?
Mouthfeel.
Mouth.
And we're
feel.
not talking about blowjobs. Just the way food feels in your mouth. We don't talk about it a lot. I don't know why. It's like one of those societally we don't talk about it unless you're like a chef. But it's important, and you're used to a very specific lane of eating and experiences. So this is going to be a wild and crazy. You're gonna hate Thursdays, guys. You're gonna kick me off the show. But yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I think we're gonna find some good stuff. We got to brainstorm on next week.
My mother actually made me laugh because when I started to eat it, she said, "Don't throw up."
That was your mom?
Yeah, my mom's watching. Yeah. This is an every Thursday thing. I love it, says New York Girl. Yes, this is the first Thursday that we're doing this.
Tell your friends.
That's right. Where you see some weirdo who has a baby palate trying foods he does not like, which is pretty much everything. Burgers and steak and potatoes and vegetables and pancakes and French toast and chocolate ice cream. That pretty much sums up and chicken breast.
See, the ice cream is a good window into other dairy.
Okay.
Because you like creamy in the form of ice cream.
But I don't like to mix and match my stuff. Like I'm one of those people where the fries and the steak or the baked potato, the mashed, whatever it is, the food can't touch each other. I won't eat everything together. I don't have to finish one thing and then start the next.
Right.
But I can't. But if everything's on the same plate, they can't be touching. And I don't eat them at the same time. I'll have some of the steak, then some of the broccoli. I'll go back to the steak. The fries, any potato is usually last because that's my favorite. So I usually save that for last. But the rest of the meal I'll go back and forth on. But I can't take a little bit of steak, mix it in with bacon.
Man,
I can't do that.
That's one of the beauties of eating is you're combining those experiences.
Right. I went to a function last week where they were serving chunks of meat, and it was actually in the mashed potato. When I sat down, I had to take the meat off, and then eat it.
Wild.
I'm weird.
No. But
it's very weird.
But if you, I find that maybe the other days of the week, right? If you just take a bite of two things together, and I think you'll be more open-minded to the things I bring in.
Well, right. Well, that's what I did. Oh, I see what you're saying. Right. I got you.
All right. Take a bite of the. Because another classic combination is putting fries on the burger. That was one of Burger King's. That was one of my favorite ad campaigns where they're like, we thought of this," and then the whole ad campaign was people going, "Why did they steal my idea?" Because everybody does it. It's delicious. Would you ever put fries on a burger?
I think the closest I've ever come is I've had potato chips on a burger.
That could be a good time.
Make
it a little crispy.
My brother and I remember we took a trip to California. But I was 5 years old, so I don't really remember. But we went to this. Our father took it to this restaurant, and the only reason I remember this is because we had a T-shirt. We had the stupid T-shirt for years. Some restaurant out there, it was like a fast food place called Sam's. I think it was called Sam's.
Okay.
And the picture on the shirt was a burger with fries on it. And so I don't know if we had that there, but I don't think since then I don't think I've done that. Like I said, just potato chips. My brother says, we should order pizza next because that's probably what I hate the most.
So pizza's interesting because there's a part of me that wants to spare you on cheese next week. We should do every other week with cheese just because so much food has it. But
and screw you, Frank, for suggesting the pizza. I'm going to get you.
But like a bacon, egg, and cheese, pizza is my culture.
Did you already finish that half?
I ate it slow for the camera, so I
Holy
didn't appear
crap.
like a monster. That's what I'm saying. This is like I could eat like 3 of these for breakfast and then not feel good about it for the rest of the day. But while I'm doing it, it's like I'm doing drugs because this is the most delicious shit in the world.
All right, let me cut you off. Let me do another break here so I can edit this thing. All right, we'll be right back after this. More with Brandon. More with the more sandwich for him, not for me, but more with the sandwich right after this.
Put it in the chat if you want him to take another bite. Sound off in the chat.
I think we're gonna have to open up a GoFundMe or a Patreon or something if you people want me to eat more of this stuff.
That is genius.
New York girl is asking my brother what happened to Tony that made him like this. And we're back. We're back. Brandon's enjoying his coffee and his sandwich. New York girl is asking my brother what happened to me that made me like this. I don't have an answer for that. I've always been like this. In fact, I was worse as a kid. I was worse.
The only reason. Youngest?
Yeah, I'm the youngest of. Yeah, it's just me and my brother. I'm the youngest that I know of. It's hard to tell. My.
Absolutely.
Actually, I do have. I think, Frank, do we have a half sister somewhere, or was she adopted? I don't remember. There might be other ones. I don't know.
Breaking a lot of ground on this episode.
What's that?
Breaking a lot of ground.
There is a lot going on here. Yeah, and we are awaiting the arrival of Joe Pontillo. Don't know why he's not here, but you can see him this weekend at Governor's. I think it's Saturday. It's either Friday or Saturday. You can see him this weekend. He'll tell us when he gets here.
You get this food off your nose.
Oh, thank goodness. Ask him about chocolate pebbles with sugar and no milk. No,
Jesus Christ.
I don't think that's correct, actually.
It's already sweet. Why would you do that to your teeth?
No, I don't. No, the chocolate pebbles, no, I ate plain, no milk. But then I would have Wheaties with sugar.
Okay, that makes sense.
Does it?
Yeah, because it already doesn't have sugar on it, Wheaties,
okay.
right?
Wheat
minis have sugar on them already.
Wheat minis.
Yeah,
I never even heard of that. Oh, mini wheats, right.
Yeah, I said that backwards.
I still didn't even get it. Yeah, I when I was a kid, I didn't eat vegetables. And I eat probably just less of everything else. But,
okay.
Yeah, so I've gotten, it wasn't until I was, in my teens started dating. That's when I had a lot of food I didn't like, because you're not going to tell the girl's parents when you're at the house for dinner. No.
I've done that.
No. So I got stuck eating that stuff. Like soup, hate soup. But I'd sit there, I'd be stuck eating, some kind of soup.
Yeah.
I'd be happy when it was at least vegetable soup, because I got into vegetables eventually. But, oh, my goodness.
Well, that's good. You got at least get some vitamins inside you.
Yes.
Not a lot of vitamins in burgers.
True.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But I only drink water. I don't drink soda. I don't drink alcohol. I only drink water. So I think that flushes a lot out of me.
Yeah, no, and they say that. That's good. You're doing good. You're a hydro homie in the flesh.
New York girl says, Tony, we can never live together. The stranger the food, the better. All right, well.
I'm with New York girl.
Well, if we were living together, New York girl, we wouldn't be talking about what we're eating.
Ew. Tony. So, if you were stranded on an island with no food, and the only thing that was dropped for you from a plane was a bunch of bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches.
So we can't save you, but we can drop you a bunch of sandwiches. Is that what you're saying to me?
Yeah, it's a hypothetical. Don't think too hard about it. Don't start now, buddy. How do you think you'd do?
I would think in that scenario, you're desperate, you're starving. Look at Tom Hanks. I mean, he learned how to spear those fish from 50 feet away, man.
I love how I'm talking about starvation. You're like, look at this millionaire actor.
Because that was real. I would think if I'm if I'm desperate.
I feel like you would learn to love it faster.
I'm
dropping stuff.
What's going on around here?
So this is what another thing I brought and wanted to go over today.
I think I would if I was stranded on a desert island, like the first thing I would do, I'd probably start off separating. Like, all right, I'll just eat the bacon. Okay, I'm going to wipe everything else off and just eat the roll. But then eventually, as I'm getting more and more desperate, and I'm there for a while, then I'll probably end up eating.
Okay.
I'd probably end up eating the live fish from the ocean. I'm desperate for food.
See, I would eat bacon, egg, and cheeses way before I was eating fish straight from the ocean. There's definitely a
Oh yeah, yeah,
degree.
absolutely.
Okay. It's like I gotta go for the fish.
But I'm assuming it's going to run out. That big drop off of bacon, eggs, and cheeses. Hey, we can't save you, but take these, and we'll be back in 4 years.
Terrible hypothetical. I'll give you that.
Well, it worked for Gilligan's Island.
Now, I have no segue here.
Oh, that's fine.
But how familiar are you with Bitcoin?
Not very familiar with it much at all.
But do you know that on the basic level, it is just a form of currency?
That much I know. Yes.
Great. And then it, you buy it online and you store it in this special storage device. I think I could be wrong.
Yeah,
they call them wallets.
Yeah, and
now I never invested in Bitcoin, but I played in a Super Smash Brothers Ultimate tournament over the weekend.
Oh.
And I won. One Bitcoin. I don't think they could see it that good. I'm going to lean in.
All right. All right. Yeah, that's good. Wow.
So this is worth $27,000 if you want to.
Are you serious? This is worth $27,000.
That if that is a Bitcoin, then yeah.
All right. I want to see what it says here. I can't put my glasses on with the headphones.
I'm asking a lot of you today. It's all right.
All right, let's see. Original, decentralized, peer-to-peer. What does that sound? Pure,
big word,
fine copper, monetary metals, Bitcoin, digital. So
the whole it's a bit. It's a joke. The whole gag is that there's no such thing as a physical Bitcoin.
That's why I'm confused.
So like it just kind of tickled me when this was in like a part of my prize for winning this video game tournament.
Oh, so
was a vendor at this event had chipped into the prize, just like every vendor chipped in for the prize, and they were a pin company. They make like decorative pins for hats and jackets and stuff, but they make these physical Bitcoins, and it is my new favorite possession because someone's gonna give me $20,000 for it.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna keep the bit. I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna show it to everybody I come and across. And I'm gonna find some dummy that's like, "Yo, you got one of those?" be like, "Yeah, man, I'll give it to you cheap. I'll give it to you for $10,000. That's $17,000 lower than market."
I hope that happens for you. I really hope that happens. I hope you find some schmuck that will pay that. What now? But it does feel like it's copper or something, right?
It's got a nice weight to it.
Yeah,
it's a fun little gag prop, and I tried showing it on camera. I don't know how clear that
it came out.
But it looks like a circuit board, and it's like gold over black, and it's just like a nice. I love this thing. It's like my new favorite possession.
But what you're trying to tell us though is that you didn't win anything.
No, I won a lot of other stuff.
Like
it was a cannabis vendor sponsored video game tournament.
Oh my goodness!
So I won some legal in New York State drugs. I basically won like a wine basket, but for stoners.
Okay.
And a delightful experience, please.
Really?
One of the prizes was a Bitcoin.
All right. Let me read New York Girl. New York Girl is always coming through
She's going off
with info. Yeah. While centralized fiat coins have a specific value, the value of a physical Bitcoin comes from a private key printed on its back. This key holds the coin's actual value in a digital wallet. It could be 1 Bitcoin or 100 Bitcoin, depending on the maker of the coin.
Yeah,
so
that
there
makes
could
sense.
be.
No, it's definitely. This is not that.
Oh,
she's talking about like actual Bitcoin stuff that's already like over my head. But she's saying essentially what would represent a physical coin in Bitcoin is the access to that digital wallet.
Oh, okay.
Which makes sense to me, but like still the coins itself in the digital thing, like you need all of that to have value.
Right.
If you're missing any piece of it, you don't have the money. But this is just a joke. And, but I love it.
New York Girl and her husband mined Bitcoin for a few years. That is where the money is. Which I thought that kind of because I don't know much about it. But what was the story like a year ago? Didn't it all come crashing down or something?
I think it came down in value, but I don't know
But
why
it's still
or the
valuable.
market. Still, I checked it today. I check it every day for the joke. So today is worth $27,000.
Wow, one
for
Bitcoin.
One. Yeah, but it's like stock. You can trade in like fractions of Bitcoin.
And is it so? But is it the future? Like, is it gonna take the take place of actual money?
I don't know, dude. I play video games for weed. I'm the worst guy to ask real shit too. It seems interesting and cool, but there's like definitely odd things about it that make it, I think, not what like some people want it to be. Like mining is super interesting because if you just have like a computer, you can mine Bitcoin, and that's kind of why so mining Bitcoin is why graphics cards for computers are expensive.
Right.
Because like there are people that just want to play video games and have like a nice computer, and then there are people that like want to mine Bitcoin the fastest. So like the value of these products goes up because you can make money with it.
And apparently it takes up a lot of
electricity, a lot of like processing power. It's like it's not great for the world unless we're like 100% renewable, you know? Like if you're just using that much power to make fake money, it's like it's kind of like how the penny is. It costs more to make a penny than a penny's worth. It's just like this is stupid.
It is. Yeah,
we gotta stop doing it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think coins should be done. I hate them. All right, so
man hates coins and cheese.
That's right, equally. All right, so again, I got to edit this and stuff and format it right. So, Brandon, Tony. We'll see what kind of sandwich he has next week. We like to thank Joe Pontillo, or not.
The ghost of Joe Pontillo.
There you go. Go see him this weekend at Governor's, govs.com to check out their full schedule and make reservations. All right, we'll see you next time. Okay.
Do you want me to pop open, see if the doors?
No, that's not.
That's not. Okay.
Yeah. Although I wonder, I hope he didn't. I'm Joe Pontillo. I can come through the front door. I bet you. Oh, I hope he didn't do that because that will get me in trouble. Actually, should
Are we staying live through these breaks?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I was like, can I pick my nose right now, or are we good?
No, we're still. I mean, I could play. You want me to play a video so you can pick your nose?
No.
Yeah, I got to edit all this down. They told me they want me to be able to say those things like, we'll be back in a minute. And
yeah, sure.
And I'm just thinking from myself for editing purposes, instead of going through the whole 90-minute show.
No, it's convenient.
Which I'll probably end up doing anyway.
Yeah.
But if there's funny moments and stuff, or if Joe finally shows up, although I could make maybe a second episode or something. But mining costs a lot because of electricity, but we had it set up on the back set of Madam Secretary, so electricity was paid for by them. New York Girl's husband is a gaffer on TV shows and movies.
Oh, neat.
So that's pretty funny.
They got the best tape.
They do have the best tape. I agree with that. All right, I get it. Putting ads back in, less time for me to say something stupid. Well, I need to do 22 minutes, like any show on TV. So I need to do that, and then I need to give them those lead-ins for commercials and stuff.
You ever watch Trailer Park Boys?
I've never even heard of Trailer Park Boys.
Then the reference won't land for you.
Sorry.
No, it was a Canadian TV show, very cheaply made, about just people, just like basically just white trash people living in a trailer park in Canada. And I'm pretty sure it did well up there, but it really became like a streaming darling down here, and it's like super popular, and like it kind of feels like, again, if we get syndicated on Canadian TV, it would be like we'd be like reverse Trailer Park Boys.
There you go.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, no problem, New York Girl. Thank you. Just a little private message there. I still have a bad taste in my mouth.
Really?
Yeah.
I was going to propose to the chat. Again, if you want to see Tony take a second bite, I don't think he's going to do it unless everybody in the chat really bullies him into doing it.
I probably would feel the pressure, and they must. If they do press me to do it, they must really hate me, because I would think this gets worse now that it's cold.
I don't think it gets worse. I think room temperature egg sandwiches are perfectly fine. I think cold is where you actually lose me on most cheeses. Cheese, to be good, because it has such a different and odd mouthfeel from other foods, I find that cheese needs to be warm to get the most out of it.
Right.
At least room temperature. Once you get cold, I like to let cheeses rise up to room temperature or warm them a little bit when I'm eating them. So that there is credence to that theory, but I think it's an exposure thing. I really do. This is so cool that you took a bite. So I'm not even gonna bully you into taking another bite.
Thanks,
but I
Brandon.
think it won't be as gross the second time as the first time because it's just not like so. It doesn't hit you being so different. You were just there, and your brain's gonna be like, "This is food." New York Girl, we don't know what Tony's trying next week. We're open to suggestions, but I need you to bully him right now because I'm not gonna do it.
It would.
I'm playing good cop, and I need you all to be bad cop.
New York Girl, you should come in here and help me next week, because
He'll eat anything you feed him.
Right.
If it's you.
You should put it on your chest. No, I'm kidding.
Next week we're trying whipped cream, a la nipple.
New York Girl, I have no patience for picky eaters. Well, excuse me.
Then come and feed him off your nips.
That's it. That's all it does. It solves everything. Plus, I mean, that's why I started eating a little bit better as I got older because it's the power of the P. Not P. What starts with the letter P. Don't waste your time don't waste your time getting him to try anything. That's from my mother.
Tony's mom, listen, I'm sure you're a lovely lady. Mother's Day's coming up. I can't speak too ill of you. This is your fault, dog. I mean, we're being honest.
Yeah, I guess it is. I never thought of it that way.
Absolutely. Like, it's my parents' fault that I was so picky. I'm the son of a professional chef and master baker. Like, a master baker.
Oh.
My dad can make and is kind and generous enough, as chefs tend to be, to make me whatever I wanted as his only offspring. And I became a little bitch because of it. But it was a lot of it was the convenience. Like, I could just have my favorite thing made by a skilled individual, not just some mom making burgers.
All right, so let me ask you, because in my mother's defense, she did try to get me to eat stuff. I was the bitch, complaining and spitting it out and crying. So she gave up, and I don't blame her on that one.
Here's my problem. Here's my problem with because we're getting into generational debates here, right? My parents always said when I was a kid that it was hard to get me to eat food and just do things I didn't want to do because I had such a strong will.
Strong will.
And I think it sounds like you as a kid. I was also the youngest. I was babied a lot. Like, I feel like you probably in that way had a strong will if you resisted eating a variety of foods.
Strong will?
Did you put up a fight? Were you an arguer? Were you,
Yes.
This is what I'm saying.
But I'm not looking at it as strong-willed. I'm looking at it as being a baby. Crying, screaming, carrying on, being a real pain.
Sure, but I don't think they're like necessarily exclusive things. I think you can be a little bitch like us, and because you have a strong will, like you won't give up you won't give in to just fine. I'll put this stuff in my face and hate it, like where a lot of kids do, and then you find out that you actually like that thing, and then you kind of grow out of it. And I think that's why we never did because I think it's just our parents did not have the will to just be like, no, you're a child and you will starve if you don't eat this. This is reasonable to eat this. Everybody eats this stuff. If you're not allergic, you're going to eat it, or you're just going to be really hungry. And I think that's something that like parents did generations ago and still do in some places. But I know that like my specific set of circumstances, I was barely ever forced to eat stuff I didn't want to eat. So then, then you become a picky eater as an adult.
I mean, I'm trying to remember now, because it wasn't like, okay, you don't have to eat it, I'll make you something you like. It was eat it or, this is all there is.
Sure.
And even putting up, in my mother's defense, she was a single mother.
Okay.
Well, I guess she still is.
Fair.
Plus, there was the drinking, so, she just, there's only so much she could really care. I'm kidding. She's flipping out right now.
Yeah, she's going off. I can't tell if it's New York Girl or your mom when I quickly glance at the chat because they're both green.
Yeah. All right. So, So first is my mother. She says, no way, you didn't grow up with him. He would never eat other than what he wanted.
This is what I'm saying. She's saying that you were too strong of will.
I did. I put up a huge fight. Absolutely.
Yeah.
New York Girl. Growing up, when we went to dinner, my dad would let us order our meals, and then he would order another that he put in the middle of the table for us to taste. Fremder, it would be funny if your ass was where your mouth is and your mouth was where your ass is. because then I
Classic Fremda.
Brian Paul is watching. Hello,
Yeah,
Brian
what's up,
Paul.
dude?
I refused to eat green beans when I was staying at my grandparents' house. Sat at the table till bedtime and woke up with green bean pancakes.
See, that's cool grandparents. That's classic parenting. Like, oh, you don't want to eat this? How about it's in the next meal while you're
Right.
fucking hungry? And there's a part of me
my
that respects
goodness.
that. There's the whole idea of like letting kids just do what they want to do. That's what made millennials little bitches. That's
Well-
what made us little bitches.
Well, all right. So, yeah,
It's not our fault. We were kids. We didn't give out participation trophies. I'm sorry. I'm on a whole different.
No, you're right. That's what I was about to say. Actually, we are. It is leading into a completely different and more serious conversation. I do personally think that my generation are the worst parents in many, many years, because of now what's going on. Kids are confused over what gender they are, and like kids, the parents. We're all complaining that the kids don't do anything. They just play video games. They don't go out and experience real life. Well, we're the same ones that wouldn't let them go out. Because, if I can't see them, they're not. There's too many weirdos out there.
Yeah, fear of the outside, man.
Right. There's no more weirdos than there were when we were kids. You just hear more about it now because of things like the internet. I just feel we've
I
really
have to eat
kinda,
mushrooms to touch grass, dude. It's terrible.
right.
Like more or less.
Right.
It's bad.
My mom, that generation didn't waste anything, says Brian Paul. He's absolutely right about that. New York girl's mom, you eat what is made or do not eat. Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Unless it was Prince Joseph, her brother, then she would make him something else. No, usually for me it was, this is it, especially if we were out.
Yeah.
But no, if we were home until I started to learn, and it actually did motivate me to start learning how to cook at a very young age, because then I would just make my own stuff, and they kind of just like, all right, he's making his own dinner, fine.
See, this is also why I got to turn you on to that. I think we might have touched on it previous weeks. That it's a YouTube series called The Burger Show, and
yes, you did tell me about that.
and because it'll give you amazing burger cooking techniques that at least if you're gonna just eat burgers, you're gonna have some nice burgers, man.
Yep. I just my birthday was a few weeks ago, as yours was. I got an electric smoker.
Oh hell yeah!
And this thing, I mean, Eric Haft, great comedian, has been in here a couple of times. He was on Hershey and the Keegs last week. He's like, I mean, it's a hobby thing for him, but he is like a true smoker guy. Like, he prepares and he puts together the wood, and he brought in some meat that he smoked for 4 hours. How he has the time to do that, because I don't have 4 hours to just, because I even asked him, I said, do you go out while it's smoking? Like, how do you have 4 hours? He goes, no, you can't go out. You got to keep an eye on it. You got to do this, you got to do that. I'm like, well, I don't have 4 hours. But still, just making the burgers on the smoker with the temperature up is still like,
interesting.
oh my goodness, it is so good.
All right.
So to me, if you just, that's why I don't even see a need. I don't like ketchup, but I don't feel a need for ketchup, because if you make a burger just right, or a steak, anything, you don't need to put anything on it. It's just so good the way it is.
Like I want to agree with you. But I don't, because when you find the sauces that you like specifically, it only stands to be greater than the sum of its parts, because you're firing off more neurons in your head about flavor, and like that's all evolutionarily because your brain's like, nutrition.
Is that a word?
Yeah.
Oh.
Evolutionarily.
Yeah.
Because we're grabbing nutrition from all the different tasting things, and it's like, it's the reason why like sugar is addictive. It's more addictive than cocaine, because when
Right.
we were not, a society, and we were making sugar, it was like, whoa, we need this. We could run forever because we got the sugar.
Yep.
So it all makes sense. It all, like the biodiversity, getting more flavors at once. Like I'm telling you, man, we're tapping into some stuff in your brain, and it's gonna be good. You're gonna enjoy it.
All right, so for the transgender community, they're coming out with a new line of G.I. Joe called G.I. I Don't Know. Andy Plajanos, I hate to break it to you, but gender identity has literally nothing to do with parenting. That's like saying the rise in autism diagnosis is due to bad parenting. All right.
This is a sliding scale.
Yeah.
There's some parents that definitely are like, my 3-year-old is this, and it's like, your 3-year-old's a 3-year-old.
Yes. All right. So thank you, Andy, for that comment. I agree with you to a certain extent, and I think that just kind of
we see both sides of this.
Right. So
We're reasonable men.
I don't feel, and you know, in fact, I don't feel a 3-year-old is mature enough to know.
Yeah, some New York City parent stuff.
I do. Yeah, I do feel when they're older and they can make that. In fact, I feel the same way about religion. To be honest with you, when I was in high school, my high school sweetheart was I don't know if they still call them this, but at the time it was born again Christian. And of course, you know, being a dumb teenager, I was like, oh, I'm going to do that too because I'm going to be with her. And I remember my mother said, look, if that's what you want to do, you can do it, just not now. She wasn't like, you know, you're going to be punished. No, she said, just wait. And then when you're 18, you know, and up, you're old enough to make those decisions with a smart head. And I was okay. And I ended up, and I did. I waited. And of course, me and the girl broke up. And I, you know, thankfully never went that way. But I'm just saying the same here. I'm not putting it down. I'm just saying, you know, a lot of kids, I think, are jumping the gun. And that's what I meant. That's what I meant when I said bad parenting. I will say, Andy, that I think the comparison to autism is. I don't think that's a fair comparison, but you know, because autism is not. Yeah, it's not has nothing to do with that. That's a diagnosis. I don't know if the whole gender thing is a
depending on who you ask, but you know this is a can of worms.
Yeah, I'm not explaining it right. I'm not saying they're just making a choice. I understand that what they identify with what makes them feel comfortable inside. I'm not disputing that.
Please contribute to Tony's Patreon for eating new foods.
Yeah, because I'm going to need it, I think.
New York had a good suggestion of like slowly tweaking foods that you already like, and I think that's a good idea because like we could get a burger that we know you like.
Oh, all right. Put cheese on a burger.
Half of it. Yeah.
Oh,
or
right.
even like. So I want to talk about onions, because onions are truly the best pair with any meat. They really are. You could look at the history of cooking and just see onions everywhere. And I cooked a whole bag of Costco onions a couple days ago. I mean, like it was like 10 onions, I think, 10 big ass onions. I cooked them down into being that much mass. You just basically cook all the water out. You get caramelized onions. I didn't add anything.
All right. Hang on. Pontillo's here. You know what? I'll play a video and then I'll let him. Let's see.
Cool. I'm gonna eat this egg sandwich.
All right. We'll be right back.
The Knockin' Dead Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527.
This must be Brandon's doing.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Well,
I just got the giggles already.
he's mad at us. He was out there for an hour and a half waiting to get in. Well, what took you so long
I
anyway?
would have been here earlier, but then I remembered what show I was doing, and I slowed down.
You did miss some crazy culinary action.
You did.
Well, thanks for getting rid of Jeff before I got here.
Actually, we didn't. We barely even got into that. Do you have any advice for Jeff?
What does he need?
Jeff Bosey, ladies and gentlemen, tonight here at Governor's, the main stage. Jeff Bosey returns. He retired from stand-up. He's returning tonight.
Why?
Well, actually, there is a reason why, but that's Jeff. If you're still watching, feel free to call in.
Okay.
Because it's Jeff's story that I'm not.
Wait, was he here, or did he just call in to be like, "I'm back tonight, baby"?
No, neither.
It's not his voice. But
Yeah, that was
That's a great
terrible.
Jeff impression, dude.
You want to do your
fan.
Jeff impression for us?
I just love sucking cock.
That's pretty good, right?
I actually have a good Bosey impression myself, but I have promised him that I would never do it again. so I can't do it.
All right, we'll go off the air though, and you can do it for us.
Oh, absolutely. Privately,
All
I'll
right,
do
yeah,
it for
yeah,
you. Yeah.
Very good.
He,
Advice for tonight:
Yes.
get really political and
Always.
wear 2 hats instead of the one he normally
the
wears.
one fedora.
You gotta do a fake
Yeah,
hat.
and then just like randomly announce where the open mics are on Long Island. I know he relinquished that
He
job.
loves that.
He did. Right. That's when he retired from stand-up. He relinquished that job and
You can
retired from
take the
stand-up.
Facebook admin out of the man, but not the man out of the Facebook admin.
No, and now Patrick Dunzig or
Yes,
Dunn
indeed.
carries it. You could tell it's just like it's a burden. He's just he's filled with all this unwanted knowledge that he has. Of
Forbidden
like,
knowledge, or something. might say.
Forbidden of all these open mics on Long Island that many of which should be stopped immediately.
Oh, big
Well, that's true. That's very true.
Let me ask you. Are you familiar with Bitcoin?
I can make like a fake description of it.
Yeah, like you get it. It's money.
Yeah, sort
So
of.
currently, I checked this morning. Bitcoin is worth about $27,000 per coin.
Is that on the high side or the low
I don't
side?
know. I don't care.
Okay.
But what I'm telling you is, I recently came into possession of 1 Bitcoin right here.
So
So if you want to buy that on the low, I'll sell it to you for $10,000.
Oh, nice.
Because you can.
Well, that
flip
would
it
wipe out about
immediately.
half the actual money I have. But it sounds like it's worth it.
Well, now I know he's. Well, now I know.
But I could
$20,000 out
turn
of
this
it.
There you go.
Bitcoin into like
$27,000.
3 Bitcoin if I play my cards right. And then
How
I'm
would
giving
you?
him a deal.
How would you turn that into 3 Bitcoin?
just by
He's a
like
magician.
just by
Oh!
yeah. Oh, like like quarter trick behind your ears, but with Bitcoin. Oh, it's another one.
That's why Penn and Teller are loaded.
That's how Bitcoin existed to begin with. Someone just kept going behind somebody's ear, and they were like, "What's this? It has a B on it." Yeah, I don't really understand what's going on, but some people, I guess, swear by that. But I've never seen one in real life.
Like Vin.
It's amazing. I'm kind of obsessed with it now.
I
you
don't
haven't-
think I got him, Tony.
I thought you were close.
Yeah, it felt
Ah,
close. No,
get-
it's a
get
it's
Jeff
a,
back in
it's
here.
a prop physical Bitcoin, and I
Oh, it's a
I
prop.
love it.
Boo.
Well, because they don't. There's no real physical Bitcoins, but someone's gonna give me $10,000 for it.
I think.
I think I'm gonna get somebody.
There's probably a couple places in the city. If you hang out, you could probably get somebody to give you something for it. Maybe not $10,000, but maybe like five. Would you take $500
In counterfeit bills, absolutely.
and a lot of drugs?
Oh yeah, no, that one for sure.
But yeah, who am I thinking of that's into Bitcoin? Vin. Why am I drawing a blank? I want to say D'Agostino, but that's not
Really?
right. Right? Is that?
I haven't seen him in a while, but
That is the-
that's on brand.
That's what?
That's on brand though. I
Yeah.
can see
Oh,
him
yeah.
do it.
He came in here. And he did like 90 minutes just on Bitcoin. I had no idea what he said by the time it
Hot
was
jiggity
over.
dog.
I mean, it's. I guess it could be an exciting concept, but I just feel like the idea of it is like, well, you just buy more of it, and then the price goes up for some reason, and then you sell it, and then you just buy it again, and then and it's like,
But it's on the computer, so can't you just make more? So
That's what we were discussing with the Bitcoin mining. So the process of generating new coins, I barely know what this stuff is. The process of making new coins is checking that other transactions are legitimate. So your computer spends power making sure that other people aren't being fucky with it.
like RAM that computers have. It's basically that. It's like,
Like processing power.
Bitcoin could be an email. The whole thing could be an email, but no one wants to admit this. And
It's just a meme chain.
yeah, just
That's
find out
awesome.
what Jim Cramer says about it and do the opposite. That's kind of
Just hit stuff with baseball bats.
exactly that these stocks are going down, just like my love life. Oh God, why?
All right. So what is it? Friday or Saturday? You're playing here.
Oh, that. Yeah, I'll be here Saturday, the 13th, in the what is it now?
The
The Jajala room.
The little giggle room,
The tickle room.
the giggle room.
The Gateway Room. Yeah. You and Keegan and Vincent James is headlining.
Vincent James, he's the one responsible for all this. He's an amazing fellow.
He's funny.
I think he's from Westchester originally.
Right.
But he, I forget what his connection to Long Island was. Maybe he went to college out here. I mean, he just knows people everywhere.
Oh, does he?
He's always like, I gotta do a show on Long Island because people want to see me on Long Island. And I'm like, all right.
Sweet.
So it finally worked out. And, we're doing it Saturday, and it should be an insane night, because I feel like any time I've worked with him has been insane.
But just because his act is insane, or just insane things happen around him?
Yes.
Oh. He is funny.
He's a fun guy to work with.
Yeah, he's got fun energy.
We went on the road one time in 2015, and we went. His father-in-law was running for some political office somewhere in the middle of Pennsylvania, and so we went out to do a comedy fundraiser for him. I think he lost.
Oh boy!
Not because of the show, but it was not the greatest show. It was in this like old cool theater, but not that many people came. And it was kind of blah, but it was like the funnest time because, like, we got paid a decent amount of money.
That's nice.
They gave us all this food. We went to this like fair afterwards, and it was
Had funnel cake.
yeah. We had funnel cake. There were hot dogs
And
with
Zeppelis.
cheese. Anyway,
So, Joe, I think everybody at home is wondering, do you need a Claritin or do you have COVID?
both.
That's nice.
I was at my parents' house yesterday, and they have a cat.
Oh, damn.
So,
I'm the same way. I'm
didn't
awful with cats.
but I grew up there, and they had a cat. But now that I don't live there, it's like I get like
Yep.
Zoinks.
I've lost my immunity.
I hate cats. They're weird. They're weird creatures.
I love them, but
No, I hate
I can't.
They're
it's-
useless.
It's,
It's
so
like
much
rare
effort.
that they're cool,
Right.
relatively speaking.
They think they're better than everybody.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
It's like you feed a dog, and the dog's like, "Oh my god, thank you." You feed a cat, and they're like, "Yeah, I'll get to it." You
Right.
know? That's
Dog's
how
so happy when you walk in the house. The cat's just like,
oh, you were back. You came
right.
back.
Oh, you were
I
gone.
thought you were dead.
Right. Damn it. New York
Knocking
girl's still
shit
going
over.
on. She's still going on about Bitcoin.
Oh, and that's the funny
It's
thing
a
about
fucking
Bitcoin
John.
people is like, if you're into it, it benefits you to get other people into it. So she's like ready with the info. She's like, anybody else trying to get on this train?
So it's a pyramid scheme.
I mean, it in the same way that stock is pyramid scheme. Because if you buy a bunch into a company, you're not gonna like shit talk that company. You want
Right.
that company to do well.
Good luck to all the Bitcoiners out there.
Yeah, if anybody's
Bitcoin
trying to buy
miners.
Bitcoin, I am selling.
Yeah. Do they have a nickname? Are they like bitters or bits or coiners? What are they?
Biddies.
Biddies. Oh, you little
That used to mean
biddies.
something.
Well, it depends on
It's like a
the
Long Island
hard
word.
R or the A at the end. Depends.
Brandon the Biddy. Biddy Brandon.
I don't own any Bitcoin. This is this
That's
is fake.
it. That's
This
all
is
you
a,
want.
this is a goof. And if you buy Bitcoin from me, you cannot sue me.
You don't
because it's a
admit
joke.
that.
Parody law. No, I have to because I don't want to get sued when, I can pull this up in court and be like, I knew it was fake. This isn't fraud.
Yeah, well, you should probably like make documentation.
That's
and
what I'm
have it
saying.
on you at all times.
Precedent. I have a little video in my phone of this.
All this talk from New York girl, and she says, "Don't do it unless you can actually afford the brand Bitcoin."
I think she's saying don't get into like the other coins that are out there because there's like dick coin, there's tits coin, there's coins for everything.
Oh, I think I would prefer to see Titcoin.
But that's the thing. It's not like you're looking at different titties. Like
Oh.
it's just called that. for
Oh.
branding.
I regret all of this so much.
How do you feel about egg sandwiches?
What egg sandwiches? They're
Egg
some of the
sandwiches.
best things on earth.
So-
that should be currency,
so what
not
you-
Bitcoin.
So what you missed
we should
earlier,
be trading in egg sandwiches. Like the more you put on it, the more it's worth.
Ooh,
That's definitely how my life functions, Joe.
Yeah.
Already, I'm there, dude.
I mean, I'm debating getting one after this, so that's where I'm at emotionally.
well, there's one right here.
Well, it's got a few bites into
Why,
it from
that's
other
okay.
men.
And probably a few fake Bitcoin mixed in.
Bad for your teeth. But yeah, no, we as an I more or less forced Tony to try a bacon, egg, and cheese.
What are those sandwiches over there, Tony? Are those even yours?
Oh, you spotted it.
Are
Very
they
good.
prop sandwiches?
No. Those are my peanut butter sandwiches because I'm in here all
palate
day
cleanser.
today.
Those are actually from the Keegan Hershey show.
No,
you
those,
leave them all week; they don't care.
no, I'm in here all day today, so that's my lunch.
Oh, I'm
sustenance.
so sorry. It
Peanut
sounds
butter
like a nightmare.
sandwiches.
Tell Joe about your experience. What did you think of a single bite of a standard bacon, egg, and cheese?
How have you not?
No,
I feel like that's like a thing on Long Island. Like,
Oh,
you
it's
gotta get your
everybody.
breakfast sandwiches.
I went to
Rev your engine
North Carolina
and
2
use
weeks.
a leaf blower.
2 weeks ago, I went to North Carolina. I asked the girl at the counter for a butter roll. She didn't know what that was. She gave me a hamburger bun
the roll store.
with butter. She gave me an English muffin, untoasted. I'm like, what in the world is going on here? But so I love rolls. I love Kaiser rolls. I love Long Island food, but yeah, I don't like eggs. I don't like cheese. But
Don't like cheese.
I hate cheese. I hate
Do you
cheese.
eat I guess you
No.
don't
Barely
eat, you don't eat
swallowed the bite.
pizza?
No.
What are you?
I'm a weirdo.
And this is why you fell in a ditch that time. Because you're eating all the wrong foods.
This is a psychology experiment. We
Your
gotta
life
separate
choices are just so wrong.
You gotta stop saying you're a weirdo. You're manifesting
Bad vibes?
Bad vibes.
All right, so I'm just I've been cheese
I mean, he's got you there. But
challenged my whole life. For breakfast, there's nothing better than a good English muff. Says from there.
I'm on and off a fan of English muffins. I grew up on English muffins.
Oh, English muffins, I love. Yeah.
In
What about
fact, when
crumpets?
I'll make a homemade
Oh.
a breakfast sandwich, and it's
Nice.
almost always on an English muffin.
Okay.
A hamburger on an English muffin.
No,
Oh,
that's not what I said. I said an egg sandwich.
what happened?
I'm fine with
What?
all
Words
this.
in my mouth.
No, I wasn't. I was just saying a burger. I was adding to the conversation.
Oh.
A burger with an English muffin is fantastic.
Putting things in
Could
our
be.
mouth is the theme of the show.
So you
Yes.
eat burgers, but not cheeseburgers.
Correct.
You just eat a plain burger. See,
Yeah.
that sounds like a waste of time.
No, it's fantastic.
Do you put
No
anything
lettuce,
else
no
on?
tomatoes, nothing. No ketchup.
No ketchup.
No
Just-
ketchup.
Why are you even here? What a complete Neanderthal. Give me a straight burger. You don't even cook it. I'm Tony Walker.
What
I gotta
should we
go.
bring him next week?
I'm on the murder mystery. What?
What do you think we should bring him next week? This is the first week of doing this.
Uh,
He barely swallowed the sandwich because
It was awful. Hated
Did
it.
tears come out?
No, thank
Well,
goodness.
not of his eyes.
Oh God. What's man? I don't know. What, a quesadilla? Should we bring a quesadilla?
So I want to not necessarily subject him to cheese every week.
All right, that's fair.
Thank
And what
goodness.
else are you not eat?
Literally
Basically anything, yeah.
Like chocolate ice cream.
How do
is
you
on the
how do you order your burgers?
Loudly. I just shout.
I'm Joe Pontillo. I don't want to be
those
here. I
dry-
just want my burger and I want to go home.
list. Those drive-through mics are sensitive. They can hear you whispering in the back seat. It's crazy.
Is that the impression you do of me when I'm not around?
I never tried an
Joe
impression.
Pontillo! JoePontillo.com, Pontillogram. I get it mostly with cheese. Sometimes I put bacon on it, but then some days
Nice.
I'm like, too much. What's in a blue moon? Maybe like a little avocado, but I think
Dude, avocado
More
is
on
great.
the
'Cause you like
side.
butter, right?
Butter, yeah.
I don't
Avocado
like
is like
lettuce
if
or tomatoes.
if plants were butter. It's good, man. It's really just butter but green, and not like spoiled green, like plant green. It's
Right.
different green.
No, I hear you. I hear you.
So maybe like a cheeseless pizza because you like bread.
Is it, there's such a thing?
Absolutely, man.
Cheeseless pizza? So what is
it's
it?
not
Just
the most
tomatoes
common.
and bread?
Tomato sauce and then whatever other toppings you
soy.
might like.
Oh, soy. Okay.
Yeah, just get this guy some dough and a side of sauce and let him dip it.
Get me the.
What about garlic knots? Do you eat garlic knots?
No.
Bring him garlic knots. No cheese.
See, the thing about garlic is a hard sell if you're a picky eater at first because it really is a powerful flavor. It's almost spicy in how it hits your palate. But if you're into it, oh my god, garlic is like life, man.
No.
Yes.
Garlic is also very good for you.
Yeah.
Garlic knots, not so much. But
Well, if you eat enough of them, you have enough garlic in there. That becomes good for
exactly
you.
to save your life.
I eat a lot of broccoli and carrots.
Tony's 36 and he looks 54, and it's because he hasn't had garlic. Although cheese is bad, I'll give you that.
There you go.
It's just good.
Says you.
Hey,
I mean, he's been eating all these carrots. He can see everything.
carrots are great.
He can see everything.
My dad will lose his mind at like family get-togethers because I like to eat carrots, and he's like, "You gotta eat more than carrots." I'm like, "I'm eating more than carrots," but he somehow only manages to see me when I'm eating a carrot.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I'll eat like anything on the table, like whatever. But the fact that I eat carrots drives him insane.
That's since carrots are good for you. So apparently your father doesn't want you to live.
He's trying to harm. He's always trying to harm me.
See
Standard
that?
dad practice.
The one time I met him, he seemed like a really nice guy. Now I'm
Well,
seeing
we
the
were,
truth.
Now you know the
we were away from the dinner table. You know,
You
that's
weren't
really
eating
when
a carrot.
That's when he's at his hottest. We were with the family.
New York girl says, now all week I'm going to be thinking about what to feed Tony. They're like, you weren't thinking about that already, New York girl.
She was pitching whipped cream off of her tits before,
Yep.
and we were like, "That's
God
too
bless
cool
her.
for this show."
My God, who is this person?
New York girl is how she prefers to be known.
Could be anybody.
Yeah.
It's I think It's a guy. Sorry, guys. He played.
So
It's Jeff Bosey.
Probably. I'll get you back. What? Why is he back?
well,
Who asked for this?
actually,
Avoid.
that is the truth. Somebody did ask for this.
Ah.
But
So-
you're gonna put him on the main stage?
So he went to
put him,
James.
like in the janitor's closet or something. I can't even get booked here, and I don't live here, but but he's at a comedy. All right, whatever.
I will say that. In fact, I'm saying that for the both of you. You should be booked here more. Absolutely. I mean, and I've told you that a million times. I've seen I saw your
Brandon
comedy
Adams,
like
no.
35 years ago. You're one of the first comedians I ever saw.
Remember when I brought you on stage that time for no reason at all? It had nothing to do with the show. I just made it really weird. It's like, give it up for Tony Walker, everybody. And it was like, why is he bringing this random guy on stage?
Is he joking? Because I'm sitting there
Nobody
thinking
knows.
I don't remember this. So I'm like, what is he talking about?
Oh, maybe that was somebody else. It was a guy that looked like you. So it was a reference that only like 3 people there would have understood because they were like, oh, yeah, Tony, knock him dead. But
Is this true? Oh, I'm like, I was like, I couldn't figure out if you were joking or not. But it made him laugh. I've never
that
seen
would
him
be
laugh.
amazing if I just randomly but only when I'm like on Long Island because nobody outside of Long Island. Is
I
gonna
was
get it.
at a Big Shot show once, and Mike Del Judas did that, and I did just that.
A what show?
Big Shot, the
Big
Billy Joel
Shot.
tribute band, Big Shot.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And Mike
You
Del
know.
Judas, he's the guy that he does the Billy part, and he's in Billy Joel's actual band as well. I was at one of his shows once, and he did that in the middle of the show. Everybody said, "Welcome, let's hear for Tony Walker over there from Knock 'Em Dead." And I was like, "What do I do now? Do I stand here and wave? Like,
You
what
gotta
do I
lift the
do?"
leg up and wave.
Well, that's what I should have done.
That's every time.
But I'm thinking to myself, nobody knows what he's talking about, and now they're all looking at me. Like I was like, I'm appreciative that he's acknowledging it, but at the same time, I was like, this is weird. I don't know what to do. That's my whole
Now
story.
you know.
Now I
Tony
know.
Walker, your car is being towed. Wow, I can't believe this is happening to me here. This is an experience I'll never forget.
Finally.
I don't even drive a car.
Well, yeah. So that's tonight with Bosey. He's hitting the big stage. I also wanted to just quickly mention Mary Capone, who's here all the time. We had a murder mystery show last night at that meatball place. Sold it out, and had a great
Is that
time.
an offensive term towards Italians, or
Yes.
is it actually a meatball place?
No, that's the name of the place.
I'm about to walk out.
That meatball place in Patchogue. We had one of our performers ended up with pneumonia. Just found out on Monday. Mary stepped in. She had never performed with us before. Never
Was that
saw
part
us
of the
before.
mystery? Who gave them pneumonia and why? Well,
Why is
clearly
that-
it was Mary. She wanted the gig.
Why is that performer not here? But Mary stepped in on 2 days' notice, and she knocked it out of the park. So I just want to say
Oh,
thank
right.
you to Mary Capone.
Yeah, doesn't she do well in those like World Series of comedy things or something?
Yeah, I think she does.
Like the only
something
thing
like
I
that,
really know
think.
about her.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, she's here all the time. She hosts a lot. She's a lot of fun. So
good for her.
absolutely.
Nice when halfway decent people get tricked into being in a murder mystery.
Get
That's a
tricked.
great story.
She got paid.
Oh,
Screw
great.
it. So yeah, just wanted to throw that out there.
I think you asked me to be in one like years
I
ago.
did.
And I unfortunately was booked, but
Mm-hmm.
so then you just never asked me again. And now I do this show for free.
Well, but you're getting asses in your seats.
So much exposure. Saturday
right.
night, 7:30.
The Giggle Room, Govs.com.
You gotta convince Frem to buy tickets, or else,
One Bitcoin gets you like 60 tickets. So
All right.
So yeah, so
Expensive tickets.
Vincent James, Mike Keegan, who else?
Teresa D'Agitano. I've never said her name out loud.
I've been struggling with
I've
it
known
all
her
week.
for years, and
What
I.
are they doing?
Wow.
But she's funny, good host. I believe she's hosting.
Oh, she's
Unless
hosting,
Mike's
okay.
hosting. I don't even know.
Wow.
But yeah, it should be a really good night.
Yeah, that's a good lineup. That's a really good lineup. And that's Saturday, huh?
Wasted. Yeah. Are you here?
I don't know. Maybe I'll try because I actually because Ismo is in the main room.
What is Ismo?
He's a what do they call it? Finny comedian?
From Finland?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You've never seen this guy? That's his
I
whole.
thought that was like a new genre of comedy. I didn't know about.
There's
He's a
prop
Finny
comics, and
comic.
then there's Finny comics.
Yeah, what does that mean?
That's
you
his
don't really say
whole-
words.
Well, that's his whole bit. He'll talk about words like that wouldn't be talked about there.
That's so
Like,
because, like, you know,
it's
you
funny.
have your Italian comics who are like, my wife sucks, and my
Babba-da-boopy.
kids suck, and gabagool, and then Greek comics are just like spranicopita. But like, Finland, do they even have like
No,
anything going for them?
no, but he does the opposite. He's like, you people use ass a lot. And he'll give all these examples of how we put in the word ass. It's very funny. I'm telling you, he's a very funny guy. So yeah, I'm looking. I'm actually Ismo, ISMO.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the name.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, leave me alone. Pictures on the front.
Not on my radar. I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely.
Ismo
I would advise.
comedy.
Yeah, he's been on Conan.
What's this new term I keep seeing? Solo comedian.
Oh,
I feel like when I Google certain comedians now, it says solo comedian.
Well, you know
Really?
how we go up there with like a whole troupe,
A whole
when we do
entourage?
stand-up?
Yeah, they're not there to
the
perform.
opposite of that.
They're just there to root me on.
are you serious? It says solo comedian.
Yeah, I
when
feel
you
like I
look-
looked someone else up the other day and it said solo comedian. I'm like, that's not a thing, but all right.
Let's. Yeah, I need to. Oh yeah, look at that.
I guess Google's gone woke now.
Finnish solo comedian for Ismo. It says.
Yeah,
What does
right?
that mean?
I don't know. Ensemble comedian?
I'm going to look that up right now. What does solo comedian mean? Solo performance. Like, we didn't know that already?
Yeah, right.
Sometimes referred to as a one-man
That's so
show or a
silly.
one-woman show featuring a single person telling a story for an audience.
Well, you know, in case somebody looked up Ismo and thought it was like a interpretive dance thing, which honestly it kind of sounds like.
Maybe
No
he...
offense, I'm sure Ismo's a great guy.
Fremder says Ismo comedy is brilliant. There you go.
You say ass a lot here, but in my country, we don't even have asses. Go get them.
Did y'all see the new movie Sisu? It's
Is it about the failed streaming app?
no,
Oh, that was
that's
Cease.
awesome. I
Was
didn't
it-
know. No,
Finally.
I
I'm waiting
thought,
for the Quibi movie, personally.
I thought the Finnish connection was there in my brain for a reason. So it's kind of like John Wick, but during World War II, and it's about a Finnish soldier just taking on a bunch of Nazis. Real good movie. And if this guy's Finnish, and
they-
we're gonna listen to his jokes,
But they killed his fish.
oh, dude, they
No!
they do some stuff. Really good movie.
Yeah?
You guys should go see it. It's
Okay.
fantastic.
All right.
Yeah. I want to see an old man kicking ass and like convincingly.
Oh, that's fun.
Really? Who's in
Right.
it?
I don't know.
Oh.
I get to
Nobody.
like nobody.
It's a puppet.
Nobody I recognize.
It's a
Pixar.
cartoon.
But it was good.
Well, speaking of movies, this is a bad segue, but Robert De Niro, who makes a lot of movies, he just welcomed his 7th child at the age of 79.
7 child.
He's still shooting.
Nobody needs
Yeah.
more than like 2.
Nobody needs more than 2. And
As a
what's
general rule.
and
yeah.
what's your age limit to having a kid?
I
Until I
mean,
start shooting blanks, Chief. I don't know.
So if you're 79, you'd be okay with having a kid?
that seems silly.
Yeah, that's redundant.
I feel like
does, yeah, in my opinion.
70 is even pushing it. But
Right.
Whatever.
I mean, you're lucky to see the kid hit 10 at the age of 70.
I mean, I'm sure Robert De Niro will live to be like 100 and still be doing the same character when they do like the Meet the Fuckers reboot in 10 years.
Him and Samuel L., man, they've made a career of playing the same character, almost.
Samuel L. Jackson got started late, I feel. Like he didn't really
Yeah, I
make
believe
it
you're
until he was
correct.
like 40 or something.
I believe it was close to that. So, see that? There's still hope for the three of us.
I don't know. I'm the product of older parents, and it's like it's not like I'm glad I exist. I guess not really, but like, I don't know. Have kids when you're young. You have more. You're more around. And
Well, I
present.
think you should either have them when you're young or have them when you're getting older, but not that old. Because either you have them young, and then by the time you're like almost 40, like they're teenagers, and
Right.
you're done with them, or they're
yeah,
done with you.
to have
Or you
s-
have them in your like 40s or 50s, and then you know.
Then you go into
you have something to do. I don't know.
elementary school functions with parents who are 20 years younger. So
Just play it off. Just
how
look cool.
How old were your parents when they had you?
My mom was 44. That was
Wow!
the last egg out of the factory before they shut it down for asbestos.
I guess you're not an only child.
Yeah, my brothers are roughly 25 years older than me.
My God, that explains so much
I know.
about what you're doing.
Amen.
This is the stuff we needed on that show that we did with the thing.
And stuff.
The broken mic.
Yeah, there you go.
That was fun. I enjoyed that night.
That was a fun night.
yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
you guys are too kind. It was okay.
It could have been horrible.
Yeah,
But it wasn't.
It
All
wasn't.
right, yeah, I like
Not
it.
at all. I
We're
thought it was
gonna,
fun.
we're still working on getting it in here, but I think it's gonna.
I think
We're gonna
Sure.
get it. It's gonna happen.
I think I made like 2.5 enemies that night. So
2.5.
yeah.
Do you say a half because I'm not complete? And we're
You're the
not in-
half. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the half.
And
yeah.
then 2 of the comics are on the show, and half of you. Yeah. There you go.
Do you, and was that ever an issue? Like with your father? Do you, like because that's a big There's a big gap there, generational gap.
Yeah. For
So
sure.
yeah,
Raised by boomers, but a millennial myself. So we skipped Gen X.
That's
Actually, my
amazing.
brothers are Gen X.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So your brothers like go betweens a lot. Like, Dad, don't do that to him, or Dad, don't say this. Or like they fight Dad for you.
No, there was no fighting there. We were like
They were
my
already
dad
off and
was
married.
kinda
They didn't
cool.
even know you. I'm
Yeah,
joking around.
I don't know. I don't know.
What
It
the
was
hell?
weird. It was so weird. I can't even like quantify it. Like it was just life. You know what I mean?
Because like once you start paying attention, your parents are already like in their 50s.
Yeah, exactly.
How old was your dad?
5 years younger than my mom, so he was 39.
Oh, he
when
was
had
younger.
me.
Wow, good for him.
Nice.
He was into the Cougs.
All right.
Into the Cougs.
Yep. He was into those 90s women
whole
with shoulder
5
pads.
years. Big hair, big
Oh.
crazy hair.
Big blue eyeliner, probably. Whatever that eyeshadow garbage is. The
Yeah.
lady from the Drew Carey show looking monsters.
Always wearing workout clothes for some reason.
Driving an IROC.
The
Yeah.
same perfume since the 50s. It's just crazy stuff.
Wow, just getting the whole thing here. Love it.
Well, the first part of the episode was breaking down Tony's psychology, and I guess now
Yes.
we're getting into me.
That's right.
Oh well, Tony, how are everything? How is things?
I have I didn't like it. I have like a weird taste in my mouth.
Oh, we're talking about the eggs.
Oh,
now?
I thought that's what you were asking.
That was the breakdown.
I meant
of
like
his
your
psyche.
life situation.
Oh.
Your life like sort of fell apart, right?
No, just his leg. What are you talking about?
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I mean, the breakup, but
That's still a thing.
you're like, are we still broken up? Is
Yeah.
that yes?
Okay.
Yes.
Does she produce the show still?
No, that's why
Oh.
she's not here.
Ooh.
She has not been here since September
At all?
at all.
Nobody show.
No.
She's doing brokerage radio.
She is right. She's
Govs East radio. She's at McGuire's.
she was thrilled to get to stop doing this.
Oh, real?
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. I thought she was kind of into it. All right.
She was into it and she enjoyed it for the most part, but she felt we were doing it too long, and where I was like, no, there's still a promise we still could turn.
We're
this
gonna be
into
on
something.
Twitch soon.
That's
Watch
right.
Twitch.
We get
I'm
Joe
out.
Pontillo back in. Yeah, so she was fine with moving on, and she's got a job and she loves. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Very good.
she's doing very well. So yeah,
Did you see Brian McGinnis while you were in North Carolina?
I did not. That son of a bitch. I
Great.
reached out to him and told him I'd be there, and I told him where I'd be.
Yeah, I'll look for you.
I have no idea if he's anywhere near where I was, but he did say, yeah, that'd be cool to get together. And then I never heard from him.
He's, I think, doing more comedy in North Carolina than he was in New York.
No kidding,
He
yeah.
moved there 10 years ago.
Wow.
Neato.
It does seem like him and Snare. Snare is like,
Oh, but at least Snare was like a new comic. He had barely done. He'd only been
I'm
doing
just saying
comedy
that,
like a few years.
but the amount of shows he's doing, that guy is nonstop.
Well,
down
you
there.
leave New York, and all of a sudden, there's not that many comedians, and you're like, oh, I could actually do something with this.
Is that the case? Like, there's not
Oh,
as many
yeah.
comedians in other places?
Of course, yeah. I know a guy moved to Chattanooga, Tennessee. He took the whole city over in like 2 years. So
Really?
not comedy wise. He's
Oh.
he's a drug lord.
Tomato.
Shout out to Jeff Greenspan. He just called me, but I don't know what he wants.
But I've heard that like places like North Carolina has a pretty hopping
Yeah,
comedy
but
scene.
there's maybe like 50 comics, whereas
Really?
50 comics are on a show here sometimes. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's 2 nights of
just in a
Butera.
little room. Oh God,
Right,
yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, it's true.
What?
You
See, I
said
didn't
it,
know
not
that.
me, buddy.
Oh yeah, I don't care.
Love that guy.
Oh, he's awesome.
No, he's your nemesis. He makes pizza.
He's trying to kill you, Tony. And I bet he'd have a burger with cheese and a breakfast sandwich. He's gonna close all his pizza shops and open breakfast sandwich shops
Just to spite you.
just to destroy you. Knock 'em dead breakfast sandwiches.
Literally, yeah. So no, I did not see McGinnis. I was very upset. I was hoping to see him.
It's probably for the best. I'm supposed to see him next month.
Oh, you're going there? He's coming here.
I'm going there.
Yeah.
And I've got a show, and I think he's going to open for me.
Oh, sweet.
I
That's
might
nice.
change my mind last minute and get rid of him.
Oh yeah, you're still going. You just
Yeah, I just
we
not,
just
with,
won't
just
use
not with him. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You could probably get like somebody, this guy Gaffigan or somebody.
Yeah, he'll come down and open for me. Of
course.
$200. And a room, Jim.
There you go.
Seamless transition from Brian McGinnis to Jim Gaffigan.
I
From a distance, you can't even tell them apart.
no, because didn't Brian do something with him once? That's why I always.
Oh, he's on I think he was on an episode of the Gaffigan show.
Yeah, I think he was. So I always, whenever I talk about Brian, I think about his dad, 'cause I worked with his dad at the phone company, and then I think of Jim Gaffigan.
His dad is still up on the phone pole,
To this very day.
just yelling,
His father,
"I'm not coming down."
that guy was like the encyclopedia. Like if you wanted to see what a lineman is, it was his dad. That guy knew everything. He went up a pole like he was floating on it, man. That I learned so much from that guy. He was like, and he was a tough, grumpy. He's not.
So you
was
went
it.
from working at the phone company
Yes.
to falling into ditches
Yes.
to murder mysteries to hosting whatever the show is.
No, actually, the falling into the ditch was first, then the phone company, then murder mysteries, then this. Well, I'm still doing murder mysteries.
I gotta
yeah.
brush
Wait.
up on my Tony lore. You fell in the ditch, dude? Are you alright?
I fell.
He told the whole story at your show,
That's right. Yeah, I did.
which I thought was fake, but
I swear to you, my mother.
tell the truth.
Yeah,
my
me
mother's
too, that's
watching.
why-
It was a dog. A dog.
My
hit your
mother's
leg.
watching it. She'll verify it. It's a true story.
Your mom's watching the show?
She was earlier.
Well,
I don't
now
know if
I'm
she
on.
still
She's
is.
like, I don't, too many Italians. One is enough.
She's a better sidekick than me.
I think she just wanted to see me eat this thing.
She couldn't believe it. She passed out.
Yeah, probably.
Tony, no!
Yeah, I did. I did tell the story at your show. I fell into my
Yeah.
grandmother's
Are you
grave.
going to throw up?
Oh my god.
Am I gonna throw up?
Yeah.
How close were you to throwing up when you took the bite?
Oh, I wasn't that bad. But when I was a kid, if I did something like that, I would have been. I would have been
Yeah,
spitting it
yeah,
out and
yeah.
choking. Yeah, that's how much of a bitch I
But, like,
was.
even if you don't like that, it's not like there's nothing in it that you're going to be like, oh, it tastes terrible.
Exactly. It's not offensive.
No, I didn't say it was. I'm just telling you
No, but
how I.
this is progress. We're moving in the right direction, buddy.
Brandon wants to
One
save me.
Pizza, please. No pizza.
Oh,
What
there she
pizza
is.
person?
There's my mother. She says it's true.
T walks.
That's just another Bozy account.
Yeah,
I
probably.
was I was 19.
Posey's your entire fan base.
I was 19 years old.
7 viewers.
Do you still get phone calls here?
Yes. Well,
I was almost going to call, but I couldn't find the number anywhere.
DJ D Love is actually asking to call.
Yes, but he calls all the time, right?
He does. So yes, DJ D Love.
Good to
With
see
the
he's
chat.
still listening.
We have 8 minutes left if you'd like to call DJ
Because I
D Love.
remember last time I was here, which was probably almost maybe not a year ago, but maybe
Really?
like 8-9 months ago.
It's been that long already?
I haven't been here this year.
Holy shit.
Uh,
That's bad. I'm
well,
sorry.
we had a
Joe
run
Bartel.
where we did a lot, so it was good that we had a break.
Well, yeah, because you and Brian and Johnny McDonald.
and
Yeah.
then maybe I came on like 1 or 2 other times.
And there he is. There
This
he
is
is.
gonna waste 8 minutes.
You gotta start beatboxing.
Hello, you're live on the air.
Hello, how you doing today?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm not doing great. How you doing today?
DJ D Love,
Is
what are you working on right now, man?
This is somebody else. Sorry to tell you. Hopefully get to know him, but how you doing anyway?
We have no idea what you just said.
I think he asked how you're
I said,
doing.
how you doing anyway?
Oh, how are we doing anyway?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Besides the breakfast sandwich incident,
Thompson sandwiches, you know that, right? I guess so.
Do you like bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches?
I bet he does.
No, I like bacon, egg, and cheese and sausage.
Hell yeah.
Do you like Bitcoin?
Can you write a song about it? A
No,
breakfast
not
sandwich
yet. I don't know
and
what
Bitcoin
I'm song
song?
yet, but I can tell you something else.
What's that?
Got you again, Tony.
Oh, we didn't know it was you, DJ D Love. DJ D
Hey,
Love,
guys.
give us a rap about bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches.
Here we go. Yo, my name's DJ Love. I like eggs and bacon, you know what I'm saying? And cheese on the roll and also on the bagel. Because we got to have, Tony, you have to have an egg on a bagel or on an egg bagel with toasted with butter. It's really good.
Tony, if this
You know what I'm
doesn't
saying?
convince
My
you
name's
to
DJ
more
Love
regularly
from
eat
the place
breakfast
to
sandwiches,
be.
I don't know what will.
Yeah.
Oh, no!
That's me eating the
Oh.
sandwich. Nice job, DJ D
I thought
Love.
that was part of the song. Honestly, that should be like his theme. Like,
That was a hot mix.
that was good on the spot. I couldn't do that.
Like I said to my friends over there, you can follow me on Instagram. Tony, we get my name, and I will follow you guys right back.
Hell yeah.
Very nice, DJ D-Love. Thanks for the
Good
rap,
to hear
buddy.
from you, guy.
Oh, hey, Tony.
Yes,
the
sir.
concert's coming up real quickly, buddy. I hope you come through.
I'm sorry. What happened?
I said the concert's coming up really quickly. I hope you coming through.
When is it again?
June 17th.
June 17th. DJ D-Love is dancing at Jones Beach with KTU.
Shaking that ass.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
All right. Well, yeah, I do hope to be there. That'll be fun.
Tell him I said
guess what?
hello.
There's one more thing I got to say, too.
Go ahead.
Say suckers, it's going to be this now. See you later, homies.
See you later, homies. Thank you, DJ D-Love.
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
Represent.
Why you gotta tease?
Your mama has fleas. I don't know.
I have
Your mom
two
is
knees.
listening.
So, all right. So that's Saturday in the Giggle Room.
Yeah, it's happening. I assume tickets are still available, but I haven't gotten a panic message saying like, guys, you gotta push this. So-
Are you the producer of this?
No, this isn't my
He's
thing.
the seducer.
I've just
He's what?
Was the producer? He's the seducer.
Oh, seducer. Yeah, Keegan.
Yes, I have to keep everything at bay.
Keegan will
Vincent
tell
doesn't
you.
like to deal with people the night of the show. And no eye contact.
How long have you been doing it?
Me?
Yeah.
Started somewhere in the mid 2000s.
Wow. So almost 20 years?
Crap. Yeah, I guess so.
Holy shit.
I mean,
That's what he was trying to avoid saying. And you're just like,
I mean, the first few years, we're just like not really in it.
Right.
Wow. So, but yeah, around like 2006, that's when I really.
Okay.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna do comedy, and I've regretted it ever since. Never forget that first paid gig, where in a restaurant basement, where I did a guest spot to audition, and it did not go well, but didn't matter. I was just like, hey, I did a guest spot at the restaurant. And the guy who used to have to call people in those days and be like, hey, you got any work?
Really?
Not right now, but give me a call back in a few days. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, God.
I'm slinging funnies. You buying?
Is that true? You had to call and ask?
Yeah, I used to have to call the guy who owned McGuire's.
Yeah.
And
he was a nasty guy,
oh,
right?
he was a lunatic.
Yeah.
And then he'd call you on Monday to confirm you for the weekend and then forget. And then call you again on Wednesday and be like, why didn't you confirm? And I'm like, we spoke Monday. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Nice.
That's Butera, too. I've seen him do that. He's out in the hallway with his list, and like 3 people come up to him. I'm here. And he's, well, I didn't ask you to come. I'm like, yeah, and they'll show him the email.
Oh.
And then he's like, oh, shit, and he adds him to the list.
Well, at least he's easily swayed. Yeah, we talked. Oh, that was good to me. My favorite thing about the guy who used to run McGuire's is one time I was doing a prom show there, and I was like, hey, where are these kids from? And he's like, I don't know, Sachem or Holbrook or Smithtown. Who gives a crap? Just entertain them. Great.
Do a funny.
Which was my one time ever making like dumb small talk with
Yeah, right.
the club owner.
And now it's what you just wait for Govs, or well, in this case, Govs. I see a lot of comedians will just show up here on a lot of nights, hoping that James will ask him to go up.
Oh yeah, I should probably do that one of these days, but
But that's the norm now. You just show up in places. Unless...
I mean, I guess you could email too. Just show up to like a club on the road and just be like, "Hey, I'm a comic," and be like, "Great, we've been waiting for you," and then you're headlining the next week. It's awesome.
I like how a lot of guys are saying they're on tour now. Meanwhile, they're just playing like every bar in Suffolk County.
I'll say I'm on tour, but then it's like to do 3 shows out of New York, and then I'm back home in 72 hours. Joe Pontillo mega tour. I don't even know what's even the longest I've ever been away.
What's the longest you've ever been away?
Maybe I did like a week one time. Actually, a couple times. I went to Myrtle
Nice.
Beach once. I did a whole run in like Iowa and Wisconsin.
Iowa and Wisconsin. Was that tough? Because they don't have Italians there.
They don't, but then you're like a novelty.
Yeah.
So it's great.
Everyone's like, look at this boopity boppity.
This guy's gonna get his pizza.
Oh, honey,
Somebody's like,
looking.
"Oh, I haven't
Italian.
eaten cheese my entire life." Why?
I ate one of them.
The Tony Walker of the Midwest.
Yeah, I'd be like, I don't need it. He's funny, but I don't need his pizza.
Yeah.
I totally forgot what I was going to ask.
Tickets are on sale.
Well, that's our
now.
show, boys.
Oh, it is. Look at that. It's after 12:30 anyway. All right. So govs.com. Go see this guy this Saturday. Govs.com. The Giggle
Yeah, I'll
Room.
do a good show this time.
Uh,
Unlike last time.
well, you had a bad show last
No, I'm
time?
just kidding.
Oh, I was going to say. 'cause
Terrible.
it's-
I ran a show here in like June, which you might remember.
I do.
But we only got like 20 people to come.
No shit,
And
really?
half of them didn't even seem to come see anyone specific. They just happened to be there. I was like, wow, that's weird.
But that's a good sign.
Yeah, I could have used like 20 more of those.
Well,
but
true,
whatever.
yeah.
It was still a fun night.
Never
That was
disappoints.
the goodbye to Brian McGinnis show.
That's right.
Man.
And we don't
Are
miss
we
him.
glad he's not coming back?
That's right.
And then I had to see him again a week later for a second goodbye
See,
thing.
you should make that an annual event. We're glad he's not here show.
The Brian McGinnis is gone fundraiser.
He's always great. Joe Pontillo.
Great.
What do you got this weekend? Anything?
Not really.
All right.
I would like things, so if you're booking comedy,
Book him up.
There
Book
you go.
him.
I got yokes.
And then we had yokes.
Yeah, no, hit me up on Instagram at brandon.laca if you want to pitch things for me to put in Tony's mouth.
Yes. Or if you're interested in buying the single Bitcoin he has,
There you go. For $17,000.
which on the back has an NFT.
There you go.
More or less, yeah.
All right.
So it's a 2-for-1.
Travis Grant and Hugh Murray.
Horrible people to mention. Why?
Treading water at 1 o'clock this afternoon
Oh,
on the
I gotta
YouTube
get out of
channel.
here then. I don't want to see that.
Or you stick around like Brandon does. and
Although
they throw him
Travis
up.
is probably trapped
Yeah.
in Texas, we don't know yet.
He came and went already. He's already back.
He got out okay
He
this time?
survived it.
Yeah, we can't
barely,
do that.
barely. He witnessed a guy almost getting murdered.
Whoa.
That
That's
guy.
pretty typical for him.
Yeah,
though.
he's got
And
stories.
Travis
that
just drives people to that.
Yeah, there's something going on there. It's crazy. All right, so that's 1 o'clock on the YouTube channel, and then Andy and I are back here tomorrow on the Twitch. Thank you, guys. Always a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Joe Pontillo.
.com.
.com.
We'll see you guys next time.
What a nightmare.
Put it in your mouth and chew.